ahead on 12 News Weekend, are video stores making a comeback?
Business has been phenomenal.
We'll take you to 2 stores in the northwest suburbs that are holding their ground. Then a tribute to one of Brooklyn Center's biggest ambassadors.
He is Mr. Brooklyn Center, and we'll always know him as that.
But first, something you rarely see in inner-ring suburbs, but it's about to happen in New Hope. 12 News Weekend starts right now. Hello everyone. When it comes to new home construction, outer-lying suburbs like Plymouth and Maple Grove usually lead the way.
Inner-ring suburbs have hardly any available land for new homes, but a rare opportunity has popped up in one local suburb. At this 17-acre site, there's a plan to build dozens of new homes. The property belongs to the city of New Hope. The site along 55th and Winnetka contains the Winnetka Learning Center, which New Hope bought from the Robbinsdale School District this past week for $1.75 million. 2 developers have already approached the city about building as many as 88 new homes on the site. They would be move-up homes above the $275,000 range.
And just having another housing option in the city for residents is really exciting, because for 30 years we haven't had a lot of options, and this will be the biggest opportunity for that for the foreseeable future.
Demolition is expected to begin on the Winnetka Learning Center in January. New home construction could be finished as early as next fall.
Also in New Hope, expect to see more improvements at the city's ice arena. The City Council has approved more than $100,000 for 3 projects. They include $33,000 for a non-ice training area, $30,000 for new sound systems at the arena's 2 ice rinks, and $42,000 for a new electronic sign by the arena entrance. The Armstrong-Cooper Youth Hockey Association is contributing about half of the funding for the training area and sound systems. Last year, $4 million in renovations were completed at the ice arena, including a new refrigeration system and a new sheet of ice.
The city of Brooklyn Park has reason to celebrate this weekend. After a months-long nationwide search, a medical technology company chose Brooklyn Park to build a state-of-the-art facility. Olympus Surgical Technologies America is relocating from Maple Grove, where it ran out of space. The company plans to break ground within a month at a site south of the 610 freeway. 265 workers will relocate from Maple Grove to Brooklyn Park. The move is also expected to create nearly 100 new jobs. Brooklyn Park helped lure Olympus through tax increment financing, which allows tax breaks while construction takes place.
In our week in review, the Archdiocese of St. Paul in Minneapolis is reviewing the misconduct of a Golden Valley priest. Father Paul Maldry of St. Margaret Mary Church told his congregation that he's taking an indefinite leave of absence. He says it's because of misconduct that happened many years ago. We're told it did not involve any children or any members of any parish where Father Maldry has served. He's been with St. Margaret Mary Church since 2001. Graffiti in a Robbinsdale park has created an eyesore on a historic structure. Someone tagged the Beehive fire pit in the Grazier Park. The limestone structure has been there since the 1930s, when the rest stop area was created near the Highway 100 Beltway. Police aren't sure when the graffiti first appeared. Cleaning it up will require some extra care so the limestone isn't destroyed. And the Hennepin County Board has approved design plans for the future Brooklyn Park Library. The new library will be built on a site across from North Hennepin Community College. It will be more than double the size of the current Brooklyn Park Library. Construction could begin next year. This week, tributes poured in for a man known to many as Mr. Brooklyn Center.
Former Brooklyn Center Mayor Phil Cohen passed away last weekend after a long battle with leukemia. Cohen left a mark on Brooklyn Center not only during the 12 years he served as mayor, but in the years that followed. Cohen was mayor from 1965 to 1977, but his service to the city didn't end there. In fact, far from it. Over the years,
every organization, Brooklyn Center, does something.
It would be hard to come across a significant event in Brooklyn Center
Well, this is the 30th anniversary, so I guess we've made it over a few years.
without seeing former Mayor Phil Cohen.
It's a good use of idle time, otherwise I get into mischief.
He was one of the city's biggest ambassadors.
He is Mr. Brooklyn Center, and we'll always know him as that.
And to this day, his presence still looms large at City Hall.
People loved him.
He's a member of the Brooklyn Center Hall of Fame, and he has a room named after him in the rec center.
He just had such a love for this community, and we all loved that little man.
Former Brooklyn Center Mayor Myrna Cragness says Cohen is the man responsible for getting her into politics.
He just said, well, tell me how you feel about your city. Do you like what's going on now? And I said, no. Well, then why don't you get up and do something about it?
But his influence went beyond the world of politics.
That July 4th tournament always was his baby.
Every 4th of July, Brooklyn Center hosted an American Legion baseball tournament. Former Brooklyn Center baseball coach Doug Darnell praised Cohen for keeping the tournament alive and well.
I'll bet you 90% of the equipment that Brooklyn Center High School used, we had because of the money that was raised through that tournament in the summer that Phil put together.
Yet one of the most enduring memories of Cohen was his love of practical jokes.
I mean, he was the biggest jokester there ever was. You'd be sitting at a meeting and it'd feel like it was raining because he had his squirt gun. He squirted somebody with some water.
And he would sit there and squirt it, and people would look around wanting to know where the water was coming from, and it was Mr. Cohen sitting back there playing with his toys.
Lasting memories for a man who will have a lasting impact on Brooklyn Center.
I think that Cohen name will be on a lot of things in our city for many, many years to come.
A private service was held on Friday for Cohen. He was 85 years old. We'll be right back.
There's quite a few big bucks out there that we caught on camera, and we are pretty excited.
Well, that is Ashley Leitner, who is part of a trend in deer hunting. This weekend is the first she has participated in the Minnesota firearms opener. According to the Minnesota DNR, there are now about 63,000 women hunters. That's up from the year 2000 when there were 50,000. Leitner says she's glad to be part of the trend.
It gets people more into it. Oh, women are going, well, I thought that was just a guy thing.
Well, workers at the Brooklyn Park Fleet Farm are noticing the trend too. They say many women came through their doors early Friday morning to get deals on hunting equipment.
Also this weekend, hundreds are expected to go sleep out in the cold. It's Interfaith Outreach's 18th annual Sleep Out. It takes place at Interfaith's headquarters in Plymouth. The goal is to raise more than $2 million. Interfaith Outreach says that should help nearly 1,800 West Metro families meet basic needs for the next year. This past week was the end of an era in the movie business. Blockbuster announced it will be shuttering its remaining stores.
Yeah, with competition from digital streaming and Redbox, video stores have become a thing of the past. But locally, as Alexander Renslow reports, there's still a few holding their ground.
In an era of online movie streaming and kiosk renting machines,
And 65, and I'll bring it over to the door for you.
a 1980s era shop like this one operates in its own universe.
When they come in the door, they're just jaw drops. It's like, I remember this when I was like, 5 or 6 when I was a kid, because you don't see it anymore, and we're really kind of retro. Jaws is always a great.
One of the few independent video stores left,
Once Upon a Time that you can get here.
Robbinsdale's video universe
And of course, Star Wars.
boasts 60,000 movie titles available on the spot.
If you're looking, I want it now, I want it tonight, it's hard to find it. And if you don't have the streaming capability, if you don't have broadband, then you're not going to be able to stream it. So that makes it tough.
Different genres, old school.
29-year-old TC Callender could stream a movie,
You just don't have that one-on-one interaction anymore. Everything is so digital.
but he'd rather come back to a place where they know his name.
Have a great night.
Maybe we're all craving that personal contact because there's still a market for the local video store.
Business has been phenomenal.
Family-owned Family Video opened in New Hope this summer, with 2 more stores set to open in the state in the months ahead.
I know why it's doing well. Customer service is everything to us. We grow our business on referrals.
From personal service to day of movie releases and wide selection, the video store still has its merits.
You can't get that from Netflix or standing in front of a kiosk when you're cold outside.
As long as customers keep coming back, shops like this one will enjoy a longer run.
We're hoping to stay.
Well, Family Video currently has 15 stores in the state, and they're opening one in Anoka and another in Mankato this winter. You know, I have to say, I really miss going to the video store and just being able to look through all the titles, and then there'd be that anticipation going in. I really want to rent this movie, but I don't know if it's available.
That's right. And I don't know if you noticed, but they had all 4 of the Jaws movies, so you could relive Shark Week this
You know where to
weekend
go
if you
now.
wanted. There you go.
All right, well, coming up, another benefit from paying off debt. We'll show you how it inspired a mom in New Hope to pursue her passion.
But first, action from Osseo's trip to the state volleyball tournament. That's coming up in sports with Jay Wilcox.
Welcome back. Jay Wilcox joins us now at sports. So a little colder out now, which means that tis the season for exciting volleyball and state football time, right?
Yeah, when you get down to the final days of the tournaments, great excitement. Volleyball, certainly some great action. Though they definitely expected to have a good team this fall, a lot of the Osseo volleyball players admit they weren't sure they'd be quite this good. The Orioles played in their first state tournament in 5 years, opening against Rochester Mayo in the Class 3A quarterfinals. And the first set is back and forth. Mayo's Anna Winter drops it between the Osseo defense. The Spartans lead 22-21. Megan Pekarik over to Christina Bowe for the kill off the block, and Osseo leads 25-24. After Mayo ties again, Shia Sanders delivers on set point for a 27-25 Osseo win. Set 2 is full of big hits. Sanders hammers this one for the Orioles, and on set point, Pekarik sets it to Bowe for the big hit and kill. A 25-19 Osseo win. In the third set, senior Jackie Jones gets the kill for a 21-12 Osseo lead. Match point coming up at Sanders with another big swing. She leads the Orioles with 15 kills, and they advance with a 3-0 sweep. However, Osseo's title hopes were dashed in a semifinal loss to Delano. In state football, Maple Grove played a quarterfinal thriller Thursday night. Maple Grove facing Roseville in the 6A playoffs. It's a great start for the Crimson. Raiders QB Jacques Pera scrambles, and he's sandwiched by Emmanuel Erich and Sam Franta. The ball pops free. Peter Olson scoops it up, breaks a tackle, and he's in for a touchdown. It's 7-0 Maple Grove just over 2 minutes in. Roseville answers with a great drive, a perfect strike from Pera to his favorite target, Jesper Horsted. It's the start of a huge night for Horsted, a 31-yard play, and it's 7-7 after 1. Early in the second quarter, Roseville finishes a drive with a short TD run by Matthew Peckham, and it's 14-7 Raiders. Maple Grove continues to run well all night long. Clark Winnicky goes in to tie the game at 14-all with 1:37 left in the first half. A great 2-minute drive, though, ends in a fade pass to Horsted. He catches 19 passes for 293 yards. It's 21-14 Roseville at halftime. Midway through the third, though, Winnicky scores to tie it at 21-all. He later leaves the game, though, with a shoulder injury. And it comes down to the kicking game. Tyler Knutsen's 35-yard try wide left for Maple Grove late in the game, and Jose Salinas gets a late chance for Roseville, and he knocks it through for the game-winning 26-yard field goal as Roseville hands Maple Grove its first loss, 24-21. We'll have highlights of Osseo's game against Totino Grace coming up Monday on Sports Jam. Well, a player Maple Grove coach Matt Lombardi coached at Wayzata helped his college team to win a huge game on Thursday. Stanford University linebacker number 17 A.J. Tarpley played a big role in the Cardinals' upset of number 2 Oregon. Tarpley finished the game with 4 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, a sack, plus 1 pass breakup, and Stanford's 26-20 win over the Ducks and their high-powered offense. Tarpley's Stanford team came into the game ranked 6th in the country. A.J. is a 2010 graduate of Wayzata High School. With a few fall sports still going, the winter season gets started this week as girls hockey teams play their first games. The Armstrong-Cooper girls are set for what they expect to be a very good season. They lost just a couple of seniors from a team that was a surprise success story last winter, placing 3rd in the Northwest Suburban and going 16-9-2 overall. That leads to excitement for this winter for a team that could be even better.
We've been working really hard. Everything's been going really well. Not many seniors last, so it's pretty much the same team. We all know each other, so it's going really well.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch. I think we have more speed, which is the main thing. We're stronger. A lot of us put in a lot of work during SCP, so you can notice the difference, that's for sure.
Among the top returners for Armstrong-Cooper, defenders Emma Terrace, Mari Verbaten, and Alyssa Burke, along with forwards Marissa Odell and Holly Enderly. Both goalies, Lexi Ripka and Ashley Ritten, are back after strong seasons last winter. Armstrong-Cooper lost 2-1 to a strong Edina team in the season opener. So even though that's a loss, not a real bad loss because Edina's a real good team.
It'll be a good season to watch.
Yeah,
Thanks,
sure should
Jay.
be. Thanks.
Coming up, a mom in New Hope gets to play a whole new tune after breaking free from debt.
How her musical journey is only beginning. We'll be right back. A Twin Cities nonprofit has an opportunity for young people looking to get job experience. Tree Trust does landscape work in the summer. Positions go quickly when school is out, but a recruitment drive is now underway. For many 18 to 21-year-olds, it's a way to get the experience needed to land their first real job.
Some kids, yes, this is, they've tried everything else and had little success, and they come here and they're able to turn things around and really make it. Other kids just need a little bit of a push to get into the college or to, just take the next step in their education or employment goals.
The Tree Trust position runs from 3 to 9 months. You can find out how to sign up by going to treetrust.org. Well, finally, a benefit to saving money that you might not have thought about.
Saving money could lead to a new passion. We met a mom in New Hope who got out of debt and stepped into her dream job.
I've written music for the piano my whole life. I've played piano since I was a little girl.
The music that fills Holy Nativity Lutheran Church in New Hope often comes from the hands of Lisa Baker. When Lisa isn't in the sanctuary playing the piano or organ, she might be a few feet away in the front office.
Holy Nativity, this is Lisa.
She works there answering phones and email just part-time.
Working part-time has been wonderful for me.
Working part-time was a goal Lisa and her husband set before they had a family.
We decided that getting rid of the debt, that had to go. It just was such a burden in our lives. I think of it like a 4-letter word. Debt is a 4-letter word for us.
So together, over 3 years, they eliminated more than $25,000 worth of student loans, car, and credit card debt.
For us, it worked just to do little things and to make choices with our money before spending it and have every dollar have a plan and a purpose.
During the recession, Lisa started sharing her debt-free tips on TwinCitiesFrugalMom.com and on Facebook.
I wanted to share what we were doing right and also what we were learning from lessons that we had learned from mistakes we had made.
Lisa also discovered she had more time to do something she's always wanted to do.
I've always had a passion for music.
She's composed songs for a CD that goes on sale this month.
It's just soothing, relaxing, passionate, inspiring kind of music, inspired just by life and all the ups and downs.
The upside of debt-free living for Lisa is more time for what she loves.
We have each other, we have the things that matter to us in our lives.
Lisa and her husband are now working on paying off their mortgage. The working title of her CD is Glimpses of Soul, and it will be available on Amazon and her website. It was such a treat just to go and listen to her play.
I bet.
So talented. That's all the news we have for now. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Have a nice weekend. We'll see you on Monday at 4.